Have you ever caught someone wrinkling their nose when you walk by? Or noticed your loved ones keeping an unusual distance? You're not imagining things, and you're definitely not alone. There's a silent epidemic sweeping through the senior community, one that affects 99% of people over 60. And the kicker? Most don't even realize it's happening to them. We're about to lift the veil on a topic that's usually whispered about behind closed doors: body odor in older adults. But this isn't just another run-of-the-mill hygiene video. We're diving deep into the world of personal care, exposing 8 shocking bathroom habits that doctors say could be making older women smell worse without them even knowing it. Buckle up, because what you're about to learn might surprise you, challenge you, and ultimately empower you. By the end of this video, we're diving into 7 surprising bathroom habits that doctors say can make older men and women smell worse, even when we think we're being hygienic. Are you prepared to uncover the truth and potentially transform your social life forever? Let's peel back the layers of this taboo topic and discover the secrets to ageless freshness together. Part 1. Before we continue, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, and support us by turning on the notification bell. Neglecting foot care. Let's be honest, feet don't often make it into the limelight of conversation topics, do they? They typically receive the bare minimum of care, especially when hidden for hours in socks and shoes. I would let water run over them in the shower and maybe give them a quick once-over with a soapy cloth, assuming they were fine so long as they weren't visibly dirty. As I aged, however, another issue sprang up: an unmistakable odor emanating from my shoes, even on days I wasn't particularly active or sweaty. It was embarrassing, and the reason eluded me. The core problem lies in the evolving nature of our skin. Younger skin efficiently sheds dead cells, but this process slows with age. As dead skin accumulates on the feet, especially on the heels and between the toes, it provides a banquet for odor-causing bacteria. Feet, equipped with over 250,000 sweat glands, produce a considerable amount of sweat. My half-hearted foot cleaning routine allowed dead skin and moisture to linger, fueling odor. My revamped approach revolutionized my foot hygiene. During every shower, I now dedicate a full minute to scrubbing my feet using a gentle washcloth and mild, fragrance-free soap. Special attention goes to the undersides, heels, and between toes where bacteria tend to lurk. While exfoliating tools like a pumice stone or foot file assist in removing dead skin buildup, I limit their use to once weekly to avoid irritation. However, my biggest game changer was drying my feet thoroughly after washing. I take care to use a clean towel, ensuring to dry meticulously between each toe to eliminate lingering moisture. During summer or long periods in closed-toe shoes, I sprinkle antifungal foot powder in my shoes or socks, keeping them dry and odor-free. Caring for your feet isn't just about banishing odor. It's also about valuing the pair that literally supports your journey through life. Ignoring them can lead to problems like athlete's foot, cracked heels, or infections, especially if you deal with conditions like diabetes that affect foot health. So, give your feet some love. Beyond basic hygiene, indulging them occasionally with a comforting soak or moisturizer keeps them fresh, healthy, and prepared for life's path. They're your body's foundation and a pillar to your confidence.
Part 2, not washing towels frequently enough. Let's now delve into an area we seldom contemplate: our bath towels. When was the last time you washed yours? I must admit that for too long, I left my towel hanging in the bathroom for weeks on end. My line of thinking was straightforward: if I step out of the shower clean, my towel should stay clean too. How mistaken I was. It was only when I began to detect a faint, musty odor clinging to my skin, even after a thorough shower, that I realized my towel was actually counteracting my hygiene efforts. Here's the science. Bath towels are notorious moisture absorbers, becoming breeding grounds for bacteria and fungi in warm dampness. Each time you dry off in a steamy, poorly ventilated bathroom, you create an organic utopia for microbes. Common amongst these are skin bacteria, mold, or even mildew, which bring about unpleasant odors and can retransfer onto your freshly clean skin. I used to be stingy with towel use, reusing the same one for an entire week in a misguided attempt to be efficient and environmentally friendly. In reality, I was compromising my skin's health. Dermatologists advise washing bath towels after 3 to 4 uses to inhibit bacterial growth. If you live in humid areas or your bathroom lacks adequate air circulation, consider washing them more often, even every 2 uses if needed. Adopting a towel rotation system can make this task manageable. Maintain a set of 3 towels, one currently in use, one drying after a wash, and a clean one ready for action. This prevents the use of a damp, germ-filled towel. Ensure towels dry completely between uses by fully spreading them out on a rack rather than bunching them, and consider installing a dehumidifier if your bathroom lacks ventilation. Since prioritizing regular towel washes and ensuring they dry adequately, my skin feels cleaner, my bathroom stays fresher, and those pesky, musty towel odors are history. It's truly a small change with big rewards.
Part 3. Overusing soap in intimate areas. Ladies, I want to share an enlightening personal experience that fundamentally changed my approach to personal hygiene. When I was younger, my daily showers were marked by a fervor that rivaled a cleanliness obsession. I applied generous amounts of heavily scented soaps and body washes to every part of my body. I was particularly meticulous about my intimate areas, cleaning them as though I was aiming for a cleanliness accolade. I held the belief that using more soap equated to achieving superior freshness. The multitude of floral-scented feminine hygiene products available at every drugstore corroborated this mindset. However, the truth is starkly different from what I had imagined, and it wasn't until years later that anyone, be it my mom, clothes, friends, or even a doctor, clued me in on how this aggressive routine was detrimental. In reality, our intimate areas are marvels of self-regulation, needing minimal interference. The vaginal ecosystem naturally maintains a critical balance of beneficial bacteria and sustains a particular pH level, generally between 3.8 and 4.5. This balance is vital for warding off infections and ensuring everything remains healthy and odor-free. Think of it as an intricately orchestrated symphony, where every component contributes to the overall harmony. Introducing harsh soaps, fragrant body washes, or even the so-called gentle feminine hygiene products can disturb this natural order. These products, which often include chemicals, fragrances, and alcohol, tend to strip away the essential good bacteria and disrupt the natural acidity, fostering an environment conducive to harmful bacteria or yeast proliferation. The consequences could be unexpected odors, irritation, or infections such as bacterial vaginosis or yeast infections, not due to being unclean, but rather from over-cleansing, which upsets this delicate balance. I came to this realization the hard way, after years of recurring discomfort, deeply pondering why my attempts at staying fresh seemed counterproductive. It was a candid discussion with my gynecologist that finally brought clarity. The vagina is self-cleaning and doesn't require internal washing. It naturally produces mucus within the vaginal canal that flushes out dead cells and bacteria, thereby keeping everything in order. When it comes to caring for external areas like the vulva, warm water usually suffices. If feels you need a cleanser,
Where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comments.
choose a fragrance-free, pH-balanced product designed specifically for intimate areas, and apply it sparingly only on the outside skin. Avoid internal use. Products such as wipes, sprays, or douches might claim to provide a fresh feeling, but they often contain irritants leading to dryness, itching, or other issues. My advice is simple. Place trust in your body's natural processes. The less interference there is with its rhythm, the healthier and fresher you'll feel. Should you notice a persistent odor or discomfort, resist the urge to use more soap and seek advice from a healthcare provider to uncover any underlying issues. Remember, your body knows more than you realize. Trust it to do its job adeptly. Part 4. Flushing with the toilet lid. Let's discuss a topic that might initially spark some amusement but has serious implications. Flushing the toilet with the lid open. When I first heard of this issue, I couldn't help but laugh. It sounded like a quirky science experiment. However, the reality is far from humorous and is supported by substantial research. Flushing with the lid up essentially sets off a microscopic geyser referred to as a toilet plume. This event releases minuscule, often bacteria and virus-laden droplets that catapult into the air at surprising velocity. Research shows these aerosolized particles can soar as far as 6 feet, lingering in the air for minutes or longer. This has clear implications. These droplets don't just evaporate, they settle on various bathroom surfaces. Your toothbrush lying on the counter could be collecting these particles, as could your hairbrush, towel, or skincare products. If you're near the toilet during flushing, these particles might even land on your skin or be inhaled. The issue amplifies with the presence of air fresheners, scented toilet bowl cleaners, and other chemical products. The toilet plume might not only harbor biological contaminants, but could also disperse chemical residues, creating a mist that is unhygienic and potentially irritating to your respiratory health. Fortunately, there's an easy remedy. Close the toilet lid before flushing. Since integrating this habit into my routine, I've noticed a marked improvement in the overall cleanliness and freshness of my bathroom. While preventing the gross factor is a key motivator, the real benefit is the significant reduction in bacteria spread and the subtle odors that can build up over time, even in an otherwise spotless bathroom. By making this simple and effortless change, your bathroom can remain a pristine sanctuary of hygiene. After all, an ideal bathroom is one where there are no odors to detect because they simply don't exist. Part 5. Keeping the same underwear for bedtime. Let's discuss a habit many of us are guilty of at some point, myself included. Imagine you're winding down for the evening, slipping into your comfy pajamas and getting into bed. You think, should I change my underwear? I've just been lounging, not doing anything too active. It's easy to stick with the same pair from the day because they feel fine, but here's the reality. This seemingly harmless choice might be sabotaging your hygiene and comfort, especially as we age. Throughout the day, our bodies naturally produce sweat, oils, and moisture, even without rigorous activity. These substances, along with skin cells and bacteria, accumulate in our underwear, keeping the same pair on overnight traps these against your skin for hours, creating a warm environment perfect for odor-causing bacteria to grow. This is particularly true if your underwear is made from synthetic materials like nylon, polyester, or spandex, which aren't as breathable as natural fibers. Over time, this can lead to skin irritation, more moisture, and yes, lingering unpleasant odors by morning. So, what's the fix? Experts and dermatologists suggest changing into a fresh, clean pair before bed. Ideally, select underwear made from cotton or other breathable materials that allow air circulation and wick moisture away. If you're comfortable with it, consider skipping underwear at night altogether, allowing your skin to breathe freely. This can reduce irritation, keep sensitive areas drier, and result in a fresher, more comfortable wake-up call. Since making this switch, I've noticed a subtle yet significant improvement in my morning routine. It's a small change that feels surprisingly luxurious and helps you start the day feeling your best.
Even typing 1 if you liked the video means a lot to us. We'd love to hear your thoughts about our videos and our channel.
Part 6. Neglecting the bathroom trash bin and using old or unwashed bathrobes. Let's admit something many of us have overlooked. For years, I didn't realize how important it is to maintain my bathroom trash bin. Like many, I kept a small bin with a lid near the toilet for convenience, tossing in used tissues, cotton swabs, hygiene products, and various odds and ends. My routine was simple. Empty it when full, and that's it. It never dawned on me that this unassuming bin could quietly disrupt my otherwise spotless bathroom. Here's the issue. Even a small trash bin can become a hotbed for odors and bacteria if neglected. Every discarded item, whether damp tissues, used hygiene products, or cotton pads, contributes tiny amounts of moisture and organic material. In a lidded bin, these elements get trapped, fostering a warm, humid setting where bacteria and mold thrive. Over time, this can create a faint but persistent musty or sour smell that seeps into your bathroom, regardless of how well you clean other surfaces. I was surprised to find that my clean bathroom had a subtle scent I'd grown used to, simply because I hadn't been taking care of the trash bin. The solution is straightforward and requires minimal effort. I now make it a habit to empty my bathroom bin every few days, no matter how full it is. Once a week, I thoroughly wipe it down with disinfectant spray or a vinegar-based cleaner to remove any lingering bacteria or odors. Additionally, I sprinkle a bit of baking soda or add a few drops of essential oil to the bin's bottom to absorb and neutralize smells. These small steps take less than 5 minutes in total and have completely transformed my bathroom's ambiance. The space feels consistently fresher, and guests often comment on how clean and inviting it is. A well-maintained bathroom bin might seem trivial, but it's crucial for creating a truly hygienic and pleasant environment. Imagine this scenario. You've just enjoyed a luxurious, steamy shower, leaving your skin tingling with a squeaky clean feel. Everything seems perfect as you reach for your favorite bathrobe, hanging reliably on its hook, wrapping yourself in its soft, plush comfort. It's like receiving a warm hug from an old friend, comforting, familiar, and very cozy. But here's a crucial question to consider. When was the last time you washed that bathrobe? If you're anything like I used to be, you might reluctantly admit, I don't really remember. Bathrobes have a clever way of deceiving us. They seem clean because we only wear them after thoroughly washing ourselves. Surely a garment that only envelops us post-shower can't be home to anything unpleasant, right? Unfortunately, that's wrong. Let me explain. After a shower, your skin is damp, and this moisture is transferred to the robe's fabric when you wrap it around you. If the bathrobe isn't properly hung to dry, perhaps crumpled on a hook in a poorly ventilated bathroom or stuffed behind a door, the trapped moisture creates an ideal environment for unwanted guests. Inside those damp fibers, bacteria, mold, and mildew can start to thrive, transforming your cozy robe into a breeding ground for these intruders. Initially, you might not notice anything amiss, but over time, the bathrobe can begin to develop a faint, musty smell. If you've ever noticed an off scent on your skin, even after a thorough shower, you might blame your soap or deodorant. But the real culprit could well be your unwashed robe. The odor clings to your clean skin, negating all the hygiene efforts you've made. This subtle betrayal is easily corrected once you're aware of it. Here's what I did to solve the issue, making a significant difference. First, I committed to washing my bathrobe weekly. No excuses. To make this easier, I bought a second robe, allowing me to rotate between the two. This ensures one is always clean and dry, while the other is in use. When hanging up my robe, I choose a spot with ample airflow, like an open rack or a well-ventilated area of the bathroom, rather than letting it languish in a damp corner. A properly dried robe is far less likely to harbor bacteria or develop that unmistakable musty smell. The outcome? My bathrobe now smells like fresh laundry, crisp, clean, and inviting, unlike the forgotten back of a closet. This small change enhances the whole post-shower experience. You'll truly feel clean wrapped in a robe that's as fresh as you are. Trust me, once you switch to this approach, you'll never return to the days of the "I'll wash it eventually" bathrobe. Part 7. Forgetting to clean under your arms. After shaving, this next hygiene tip caught me by surprise, and it might surprise you too. Like many, I believed that shaving my underarms was a direct route to cleaner, fresher pits. After all, removing hair should mean less surface for sweat and odor to adhere to, right? While that's true in theory, I was missing a crucial detail that can make or break your underarm hygiene routine. When you shave your underarms, you're not only cutting away hair, the razor also serves as an exfoliant, removing dead skin cells, leftover deodorant, and even some naturally occurring skin bacteria. Sounds beneficial, doesn't it? Here's the catch. All that debris, dead skin, deodorant residue, and stirred-up bacteria do not magically vanish. They can remain on your skin, lingering in the freshly shaved area, unless you take an extra step to clean it away. If ignored, this buildup becomes a breeding ground for odor, defeating the benefits of shaving and potentially making you smell worse than before. Dermatologists and hygiene experts note that the underarm is one of the body's most bacteria-prone zones. Its warm, moist environment is like a five-star resort for microbes. Shaving, while helpful in reducing odor, can stir up bacteria if not followed by proper cleaning. So, what's the solution? It's simpler than you might think, though it requires a mindful addition to your routine. After shaving, gently rinse your underarms with warm water to remove the debris. Use a soft, clean washcloth to lightly wipe the area. No aggressive scrubbing, as freshly shaved skin can be sensitive. This gentle cleansing gets rid of dead skin, bacteria, and deodorant residue left behind by shaving, giving you a truly clean slate. After rinsing, pat the area dry with a clean towel and allow your skin a moment to breathe before applying deodorant or antiperspirant. I use this time to follow my skincare routine, cleansing my face, applying toner, and so on, while my underarms air out for a few minutes. This small step has transformed my underarm hygiene. My underarms feel significantly fresher, and that clean sensation lasts longer throughout the day. The lingering odor I used to notice after shaving has vanished, replaced by a confidence that comes from knowing I've covered all bases in my hygiene routine. By incorporating this quick post-shave, cleanse into your habits, you'll unlock a level of freshness you didn't even know you were missing. It's a small effort for a big reward.
Which of these habits inspired you the most? Leave a comment and let's grow stronger together.